Hi everyone, and welcome to Almost Cancelled, the TV podcast. I'm Peter Bradley, and with me is Connor Ryan.
Hey guys.
We're going to talk about Arrow, in particular Season 4, Episode 7, full spoilers. The episode is called Brotherhood, and the description from IMDb reads as follows. A shocking
Nice work.
I can't speak, folks. A shocking revelation complicates the battle between Team Arrow and Damien Dark, and Thea loses control in front of her new campaign boyfriend fucker. I don't know his name. Anyway, welcome to our review of Arrow. I know that was the smoothest introduction I could have possibly given for that. Smoothest. See, most people would do a take two of that, folks, but not me. I steamroll on.
Leave it for the comedy value.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a ginger for the people watching the video. We've got a ginger for you to giggle at the entire time.
Yeah, go ahead. Be my guest.
And for the audio, I'm just going to make flubs here or there.
If you want to comment with ginger jokes, I'm all for it.
So yeah, we're a bit late with this episode because of what happened last week. You can check out what happened on our YouTube page. But we had to talk about last week's episode of Arrow. And there isn't one this week, so I guess we lucked out in that sense. And this one had basically Diggle finds out his brother's not dead. He's still working for Damien Dark. And there's a lot of bickering that I didn't understand about possibly going to save him. For some reason, Diggle is the only one on Team Arrow who is like, no. He made his choice. He's evil. Fuck him. Right? Whereas everyone else is like, oh, you need to give him a chance because he's your brother, because, you know, there has to be that small bit of hope that he will
now,
get.
See, I get it with Diggle, because, like, personal stuff, I have issues with family, and they're like, maybe you should reconnect. It's like, no, I don't want to. Like, they don't deserve a chance. So I kind of fully understand
I get
what
that.
the situation is.
I get that, and in a context like that, I get it. Yeah, fuck family. like, that's my philosophy. Like, family is more than blood. Family is who you make your family, right?
Yeah.
But Diggle, since season fucking 1, has done nothing but go on about getting revenge for his brother, finding out who killed his brother, right? And literally all that's happened to change his mind is one bit of paper.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's like, no, fuck him. No, I don't. No, he made his choice. He's evil. Whatever. You seen what kind of man he was on that bit of paper, and like everyone else is sticking up for him. Like, no, you should still give him a chance. He's your brother. Blah 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 blah. I don't get it. I don't get why that one bit of paper. Now, admittedly, when he does get him back,
It was a pretty damning bit of paper, though. To be fair.
Yeah, but and fair enough when he gets him back at the end of the episode, and his brother seems like a grade A dick. Like, yeah, okay, he's an asshole, but I didn't get it. I didn't get. It was just really weird bickering throughout the entire episode. I don't know.
See, you seem quite more down on this episode than I thought, because I thought, while the premise is ridiculous, oh look, Andy's still alive. This is this guy we've been going on about for literally 3.5 seasons.
How many fucking characters on this show are going to come back from the dead?
Yeah.
How many?
But I thought it was a really fun episode. Look,
this is interesting because you did say to me, or sometime you watched it a few days ago,
a couple of days ago, yeah.
And you said that you mentioned the best fight scene this has probably ever had. Now,
easy.
Every time I got to a fight scene, I was like, "Is this the one he's talking about?" Can't be.
Just all of it. Just the way it's different. Like, there's none of that quick chop edits that's so used to. It's just all this camera work is so much better. Everything just looks more fluid.
I wasn't feeling that so much earlier on in the episode, but I will admit when they do the eventual, everyone goes to try and get his brother back towards the end. There was some really great fight scene stuff in there. Particularly Thea has a really good fight scene
in the elevator
when she goes into an elevator and it's all one take, and then they go back out of the elevator. That fight is actually quite good, and I agree that is probably the most impressive bit of fighting they've ever done.
But like, even from the start, where it has a Laurel with a canary cry, and then the way the camera's just moving around and panning up to it and down, I just think it's so much better than it usually is.
So
it was noticeably better.
So you think the direction and the fight scenes has improved?
Oh, massively.
Yeah. Admittedly, that could be a one episode thing. That could be, we might go back to
probably was a guest director.
Yeah, the next director's probably just going to go back to being shit. Not that it was ever shit. The fighting
Probably, but I'm hoping that maybe they hear all the reaction of, hang on, people really liked this, and after they get through the batch of episodes that they've obviously already directed and finished, they'll go, maybe we should look into doing more of this style.
Maybe. I mean, everyone loves a good one. Let's be honest. Like good. Cut as little as often during a fight scene, I say, because it always makes it more fun. But okay, so fighting's great, but fighting's always been Arrow's stronger points, and this is just really good fighting this episode. Everything else, wasn't really feeling it.
Do you know, I thought Laurel had her best moment in the entire show. You know that bit where she's talking to Diggle, and she's like, "Yeah, you're talking about siblings coming back from the dead. Like, I get it," and they have that conversation. I think that is legitimately her best moment in the show. No, admittedly, the bar's pretty low.
I don't. No, our best moment of the show is when she got the shit kicked out of her when she tried to be a hero and failed. That was her best moment in the show.
Okay, barring that, I might give you that one.
No, I don't know. I just wasn't like Thea's thing. Like I'm actually really annoyed because they did that thing where Damien Dark went to use his life sucking power, and it took away her bloodlust. And I was like, okay, that's fine. It's a bit convenient, but it's fine. I was actually disappointed when she said that it wasn't permanent, and they have to find a way to make it permanent, because I was hoping that was just the end of that. Like, I was hoping that was just going to wipe that slate clean.
Hopefully Malcolm can sort it out by Christmas.
Hopefully.
Give his daughter a present.
Hopefully. Yeah, that'd be a nice Christmas present. You don't have to kill anyone anymore. So that was fine. I have to admit, though, I actually think it's laughably kind of bad when she goes into her berserk rage at the guy in the dance club or the restaurant. Or
the restaurant, all right, yeah.
And
that was a weak point.
She puts him through the window, and that's fine. But there's a way she sort of lunges over at him and starts punching him. They just made it feel like she was doing her best impression of an ape or something.
Yeah, she goes proper like animalistic. Well, it's like she's trying to do animalistic, but it comes off as a person impersonating an animal.
Yeah, it comes off as someone trying to do an impression of an animal, and it just looks goofy.
Yeah, there's other people like even Sarah, when she was kind of doing the same sort of thing last week, it didn't come off. Well, obviously, I don't want that plot with Sarah there at all, because we've already done it 3 times now, right now. But it looked better, at least, with the acting.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. What else do we have?
Flashbacks.
Flashbacks were.
What? Oh, yeah. He had the weird sticks that told the truth. What the fuck was that?
I didn't even realize that that's what they were doing until he mentioned that the twigs were telling them that.
Oh, I figured that when he held them up, and he was like, "Why else would he be holding up a bunch of twigs?"
I thought it just like twigs.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I zone out. I'm basically just waiting for the flashbacks to end. When we go back to a flashback, I don't like the flashbacks at all.
Yeah, well,
and I haven't
seasons yet.
Yeah, and I haven't in a long time. What else did we have? I mean, Ray's just kind of kicking about, not going back to work, and it was fine in the fight scene, and I liked Ray.
I liked that he was still there and he didn't just fuck off like we thought he had.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, this is all. He's going to do that in the crossover, because the crossover is going to set up Legends of Tomorrow.
Obviously.
Because Hawkman's going to show up for the crossover, and I don't know who else is going to show up. Maybe even
will probably show up.
Rip Hunter might even show up for that.
Maybe. I think they might save him.
He may show up at the end. I've got a feeling he might. I almost called him Rip Torn again. I did that the first time we ever spoke about it. Rip Torn's an actor. He was Agent Zed in Men in Black.
Okay.
But every time I say Rip Hunter, I almost say Rip Torn, because that's like the one person I know with the name Rip.
It's not a very common name.
It's not.
Maybe it's more common in the future.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh, there was a trailer for that we just got today, but we'll talk about that in the news segment, which you'll see later on in the week if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're listening to the audio podcast, you've already heard us talk about that at the start. So, alright, I guess that'll be Arrow for this week. I thought it was a weak episode, with the exception of the really good fight scenes.
And I thought it was one of the probably the best of the season.
Nah, I'm not feeling that. Yeah, I'm not feeling that.
I'll argue this one.
Although actually, no, I'm really glad that everyone called Ollie out and he's shit when he's like, "Oh, I'm going to go and fight from the inside and be one of the." I'm like, no, don't do that again. Don't do that again. Please don't do that again. That was awful. That was awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Arrow for this week, or for last week more likely, and we'll be back with a new episode of that next week, the week after Thanksgiving, because they're taking a week off, like a lot of the shows. So, all right, so that's Arrow this week.